Hey, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today we're going to be rebuilding some flippers on the Williams Travel Time. First of all, we're going to get the two screws out of the coil stop. I know you can't see them, but you can see them here. It's pretty easy. Take those two screws out. That one's got a broken screw on it, so that bracket I'm going to have to do a little surgery on it. We're going to inspect the coil stops, and they are garbage. They're mushroomed. They got sharp ends. I have brand new ones, so I'm just going to verify the sizes. Yep. Garbage. This one's actually in good shape. This one's been replaced once before. So therefore, I'm still going to put a new coil sleeve on it just to match it up. This one I'll just throw in my used parts because there's like nothing wrong with this one. It's just a little dirty, but and a little rusty, but otherwise there's nothing wrong with it. So this will go into the good used parts bin. These come out. This is cracked and stuff, but it's still good. These will come out. I'll have to get my knapsaw. That's the only thing I didn't really bring over here. Totally dropped the ball on that one. Flipper rebuilds are pretty easy. Well, if you just buy all new parts. We're not buying all new parts. We are getting some reused parts. We're reusing some parts and we're replacing the war parts. So that's where this is going to be a little different to do. Let's clean that off there. Clean that off there. This will come out. And we'll leave that like that. Just cleaning off all the little stops and stuff. Same with that. This is different. These got springs on it. They all don't have these. Some will have springs right here. Does the same job really. These are in good shape. They're not bad. This one will use a little sanding on the edge, a little file on the edge. Same with this one. But otherwise, they're in perfect shape. Alright, those are clean. We have to get this bracket off. We'll get the new coil sleeves on. And yeah, that's broke right there, but if the coil sleeve holds it up, it's not going to do any odd, weird stuff. So we're not worried about that. These EOS switches are in perfect condition. We will clean them up with the buzzer. My buzzer is the Harbor Freight Dremel with the Harbor Freight, with the actual Dremel 443-bit. These have to come off because of that broken screw. Now I'm hoping I can just get here with little vice grips and get that out. Let me grab my vice grips. Alright, here we go. It looks like it will come right out. You can see it's actually on an angle. I can feel it turning. It's coming out. Oh yeah. Here we go. And it came right out. Like butter. I will run a tap through there just to correct the threads. And that'd be about it. So let's get to these. What we're going to do is we're going to take the clip off and a washer. If I can find my... there it goes. I like using these little locking tweezer things. What are they called? Forceps or something like that? Oh, I can't remember. I got them at Harbor Freight. Let's put all the parts right here. This will get reused. We will get another screw that goes there. I don't know where that one went. This we will put a new link on. Same with this side. I like using these because, as you can see, it locks onto it. You don't lose it. I'm just putting the parts off to the side. This is what we need next. So we're going to work on these. What we will do is take these old ones off and put these new ones on. So if these were really super damaged to the point where they're wore on the sides, or this is mushroomed out real good, they'd be garbage. But these still got the head on them on both sides, but I will just file the edges down and clean them up. So let's go into the other room so we can pound out this pin and put in new links. Alright, we're in my other messy part of the workshop. So we're just going to take this file and spin this around. We're just going to take that, a little bit of that edge off. That's pretty good. Next one. The reason why I'm taking that edge off is because, as you can see, that the coil stops are wore out, so they were slowly starting to damage these. Starting to mushroom out the edges of them. So we don't want that. You can buy these brand new in a kit from like Pinball Resource or Marcos or Pinball Life. I don't know if Pinball Life has older EM stuff. They might. And we'll go over with a little sandpaper at the end to clean them up. Alright, we don't need that anymore. Now we're gonna take my Pittsburgh punch set and we're gonna find the right one. I think it's gonna be this one right here. I believe it usually is. Yeah, I believe so. Let me spin this around. This I got off of eBay. I can't tell you what the name it is, but it's for a vise. It's to hold round objects, kind of like this. It clamps them down real nice and tight. I have to come right back and plug my camera in because this battery is garbage. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I left my camera unplugged, so that's why the battery was toast. Alright, we're going to knock out this pin. I will show you it a little bit better, but use this to pound through there gently. Keep your finger on this other side so you can feel it come out. You don't want it to come out all the way. Helps if you lock down the vise so the vise doesn't spin on you. This one might... Oh, there we go. So it just started coming through. I don't know how good you can see that. But now I got my finger on the back. I only want it to come out far enough to get this off. Like that. I will show you the pin now. Let me get it on manual focus. It's about as good as I can see. You can see how it's sticking out just a little bit. That is like perfect. The reason why, because when I put this in, it's gonna grab it. Where are we here? This hole will grab onto it. There, right there. So now when I pound this in, I know that it's on the hole and I'm not going to damage this at all. So let me put you back on autofocus. There. Let's get this. Lock it back down into that. Now since we got this, I'm going to hold this right like that. It's on that last little bit of the pin. There. I got the pin almost all the way through. You can see it's almost all the way through there. Right here. I'm just going to go on a flat surface. Just tap it. Because you don't want to smash this and then you got a tight link on there like Gottlieb's. Gottlieb's are the worst. I got a video on rebuilding Gottlieb's. You can hammer from either side, but one side will look better to you to hammer on than the other side. It's your preference. What looks like a good end to hammer on. There we go. I felt it go through. Now I'm just tapping it lightly. Here we go. 2 links. Now this one, I actually tapped too far. See how you can't see any of it sticking out? So what I'm going to do now give it a little tap so you can see it sticking in a little bit like that. It's just enough to hook onto there. So I can get that back through. Now I'm going to hold this forward like that so it doesn't slip off the shaft as I'm tapping it through. Now if you don't want to go through all this pain and bother and whatever, you can just go buy the whole kit. But if these are in good shape, these cost nothing. Now as you can see, I have two brand new plungers. So let's go back over to the other side and hook the camera back up and put these in the flippers. Alright, we're back. So these we'll do just green scrubby. Let's go around on them, spin them around. This will clean them up, make them look pretty. Smooth them back out again. You can actually too, before you put this on, you could chuck, pull this pin completely out, chuck it up in your drill, and just hold this and then spin it around. This is how, it depends how brave you are, I guess, on how you want it to spin. And this, I took it and I retapped the holes, so the hole's perfect again. So this I just want to clean up, make it look all nice and pretty. Like that. Look at that. Before and after. This one's got a little wear on it, but it isn't bad. It's still basically round. It's not worth replacing. Just a little wear right here, but it's in good shape. Very good shape. Let me see that sleeve. Sleeve's not wore out. Must have been like a used part at one time or something. But it's just got a little wear on one side. All nice and clean. Alright. Let's get the Harbor Freight Dremel with the actual real Dremel 443 bit. Normally, if this was a customer game that brought it to me, I would just put new EOS switches on. This is not a customer game that brought it to me. This is a game that I own and I sold. So therefore, I'm doing the repairs a little differently. I'm doing what do you call it? They're not paying for a flipper rebuild kit. They're paying for a fully working machine. So therefore, I am making a fully working machine by replacing everything that is wore. since these EOS switches are in perfect condition and they didn't pay for a flipper rebuild, these EOS switches will stay. As you can see, they got tons of meat on them. There is nothing wrong with this. If this was your game and you brought it into me at the shop and I said it needs the flippers rebuilt, it would get new switches. But since it's my game that I sold, I'm repairing it as needed, and these EOS switches are in perfectly good, awesome shape. So therefore, they are not getting replaced. That's the difference, basically. You know what I'm saying, Vern? Oh, we gotta find a new screw for this. So let's be right back. All right, we're back. And my camera reset itself because I hit a button I wanted to see. I hit the pause button, well, stop button, and I didn't think I hit it, so I hit it again and it started recording. So it like totally freaked me out. So I didn't know if that whole last segment got recorded or not. So I kind of like went through and looked, and then I realized it did get recorded. So I deleted the 2-second video that I made before it, or after it, wondering if I recorded it or not. You know what I mean? There. I like to run these all the way. I'm missing another screw. Well, these got the pointies on them. So these are going to totally bite. I don't need 2 screws. These got the pointy ends on them. I'll show you. I'm going to pull it out and run it back through. This has a point. It's got a point on it. It's not like a flat screw. There you go. It's got a point on it. So what that does, it bites into the flipper shaft. Bites into it real hard, makes a dent into it, locks it in. So as long as I tighten it down tight enough, these were incredibly crazy tight. As long as I do that enough, I guess I won't need to put a 2 screws on. I won't. Alright, this goes that way. So let's take these, this, that, that, that. Boom, 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 boom. There's one. This. That. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now we need to figure out which one went into what. This one. Ooh. Flipper bushings. We need new flipper bushings, don't we? We can't leave these on here. No, no, no. Why didn't I think of that right away? We need 2 new flipper bushings. Why didn't you guys point that out instantly? Say, hey, put flipper bushings on there. What are you doing? Oh, I wasn't thinking. Glad you guys caught me right away. And I'm going to show you a little trick too that I have learned over the years. Let's say you put your bushing in and the holes are stripped. What do? You kind of freak out. See how the holes are right now? make new holes. As you can see, this one has been gone through that already. It's been stripped. New bushings. Garbage. What I like to do too is this. I want to make sure there's nothing on there. Because if this goes in and there's anything underneath it and it arcs in any odd way, your flipper may scrape your playfield. And you don't want that. Trying to figure out what the best spot was. That or that. I'm going right there. That's something you don't want to do. Scrape your playfield, because then you'll have a gouge on it. You don't want that. And we got a stripped one. Since this was already fixed at one time by moving it, I am going to just fix the holes. Because there's already too many holes there to begin with. So what I'm going to do is fix these real quick. Toothpicks, wood glue, needle nose pliers. We're really turning this into a big flipper rebuild excursion, aren't we? Longer than it needs to be. Toothpick. I always take the tip off, break the tip off, and throw that in the garbage. So I just want fat toothpick. I'm just going to fix all these holes. That's what we're going to do right away. Just fix all of them since they all been repaired at one time. I take just about the exact same length of the screw, a little bit less. Get my wood glue. Get a glop of wood glue on it. Stick it in a hole. I forget that hole's not that long because it had the screw in it, you know what I mean? Now let's put these back down first. They're borderline garbage holes. They're borderline. I could feel they're not as tight as I like them. So what we're going to do again, I'm just going to fix all of them since it's already been keyed once by spinning it. There, we'll have to wipe that excess glue off. Since it's already been spun once, spin it another time to make new holes. So we're just going to correct the holes that are there. And I'm wiping the glue off. There. Now we're going to start with 3 brand new repaired holes. And that is sitting down nice and flush. There we go, that's nice and tight. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. So what we're going to do is put another piece of toothpick in there. That last piece I put in, I shouldn't have put in because it was too short. It was way too short. There, that one's long. There we go. And again, I'm going to make sure this is all flat. Because if it isn't, you're going to have a sorry scrape on your play field. And homie, don't play that. And before I even finish anything else on this, I am going to grab a new flipper and throw it underneath the play field and see how this is sitting since I repaired 3 holes. That one is just, I don't think the screw is too long enough. Let's get a longer screw. I'm going to grab a longer screw that's longer. This is just too short to be holding that and this. But hold on. Why does it need that washer on? That's not factory anyways. Didn't need it. Alright. No washers. New flipper. You got 6 of them. Woohoo! And it's perfect. I don't know if you can see, if you look at it, you can see me spinning it. It is nowhere near. Oh yeah. It is way nowhere near touching the playfield. Alright. That one's done then. Let's put that. I think I got that right. Yes. I don't even know if I'm going to leave these springs on here, to tell you the truth. I might end up taking them off and putting regular springs on here. So that just seems way too strong for me, you know what I mean? It just seems like that's just too Let me get this out now and I'll show you. It just seems like it's got way too much power. Way too strong. Strong like butter. We'll see. There we go. Let's just drop this down through the top. There. Yeah, maybe not. Let me get this up a little bit. These EOS switches are totally... I don't know, we'll see. If I don't like it, I can always take the spring and move it over here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Take this screw out. Let's get this out. This is very tight. So I'm going to take this screw out here. And we'll move the spring to the next one. There. I don't know, maybe that's too less tension. Too little tension. Flipper. Oh, that's not even enough. That's horrible. Back to the original hole. This will just pull out. There. It's got a little more tension than I would like, but we'll see how that ball flies up to the top. If I think it sucks, we'll put a old-fashioned spring on it. Well, since I messed with it. Yeah. If I don't like it, if it seems too strong for me, I will go back to what do you call it, spring? Just a regular old-fashioned one. And that's that rebuilt. That should stay there because the spring is holding tension onto it. So let's get over to this one. The way that came out too, it feels like it's going to need to be fixed too. Maybe not. Maybe I should just fix them. I don't know, we'll try. Garbage. New one. I don't want to fix things unless they need to be fixed. It's going tight. That one's tight too. This one is not. So we will fix that one hole. This one. And of course I dropped my toothpick down there, so let's just get another one. Break the end off. Get rid of that. Make sure you throw those in the garbage. 'Cause man, they don't feel good when you step on them on a later date. Wood glue. Oh, why are you using wood glue, Mark? Well, I'm bonding wood together. Some people like Gorilla Glue and stuff like that, which is cool. However, I like wood glue for gluing wood. You know what I mean, Vern? You could use whatever you want. I just believe wood glue is created for gluing wood to wood. Toothpicks are wood. Playfield's wood. Why not use wood to wood? There. Where is that one compared to that? If I look at that, springs are the same. They're not backwards, which they should be. Oh well. They should be backwards to reflect the difference in them. Coil stuff. New coil stuff. New screws. Well, new screw. Remember that one first one was broke? So since the screw just broke off and there was a screw in the threads, I just retapped it. I could feel it was a little rough, but it went in real nice. And it's not stripped. If it was stripped, I would tap it one size bigger or put a nut on the back. I've done that too. In fact, Williams has done that too. This one bigger than the other one? See how that barely comes out through the top? one barely comes through. But this one, oh, it barely comes through too. I forgot I wasn't checking out with the pawls on before. And it's good. I'm not getting any scraping on the play field. I feel a good gap all the way around with my fingers. So therefore, I consider those being done. Ta-da! Flipper rebuild. We got flippers rebuilt. These are fully functional. They're going to function exactly the same. We reuse the pawls. We reuse the rods. We put new bushings on, or links, flipper links, new coil stops, original coils with new coil sleeves. It's a rebuild. We reused these, and then that's it. Otherwise, you can buy a full rebuild kit for, you know, like 40 bucks. This rebuild kit cost me like $5. Well, $5 except for the 2 coil stops, so it cost maybe $15 to rebuild these for this piece that you don't really ever need. These don't ever go bad unless you break a screw. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, perfectly rebuilt flippers. And we will see if I'm going to take these springs out and put a spring here or not. We'll find out. If I don't like the way that they throw the ball up, we will take that spring and put a spring here. No big deal. I got extra springs from other rebuild kits. You know, we rebuild them, and then I keep the old springs instead of throwing them in the garbage. Because you never know. You never know what you're going to need. And you're wondering what this is. It's a solid state, it's an EM game with solid state parts on it. This is part of this is what we call the pulse unit. As you can see right here, I'm sounding really smart, but I just read it's right there. It's the pulse unit for the stepper. Yeah, remember, this is the travel time. It doesn't have a ball count unit. So you get unlimited balls with this game. Once you're out on a time, then the game's over. And this works that. So, cool stuff along the bottom here. Thumbs up. You need to subscribe because you've been here several times, watched my videos, but you haven't subscribed yet. 60% of you are not subscribers, but you keep coming back over and over and over again. YouTube tells me this. Subscribe, thumbs up. Later.